What's going on, guys? It's Tommy, and I'm coming at you with another review. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Sith Infiltrator. This was something that I picked up at my local Target on the day of release. As you could tell, it was a Target exclusive for the Micro Galaxy Squadron line in conjunction with the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. I've been sitting on this for about a month or so now, and I'm finally getting around to reviewing it, and I'm really excited to add this one to my Micro Galaxy Squadron collection. This ship is packaged in the standard Starship class packaging, so I think that's your $30 price point for this line. On the front here, again, you have the Target exclusive sticker. You do have a reflective sticker for the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. You have a couple images of the ship. It does come with some assembly required, so they give you a picture of the entire ship put together. You can see your Bloodfin speeder and your unique Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn for the first time. On this side of the box, you just have some art of the Sith Infiltrator. On the back, you have the classic holographic image of the ship and a bunch of images showing you all of the different features that it comes with. And then you also have a little cutout card. You could use this as a display card or a trading card, whatever you want to do. You have, again, this is the Starship class for this line. And then again, you show exactly how to assemble it, to put it together. On the bottom of the box, you have nothing but your little legalese here. And then on the top, you just have your logos for Star Wars and Micro Galaxy Squadron. But with that, that's it for the packaging. Let's get this thing open to check it out. All right, everybody, here are the contents out of the box. Before we check out the minifigs, let's just get this ship fully assembled. So there is this little front piece here, and you'll see there is a little clip on the front of the ship here. All you're gonna do is push this in on the unpainted side. And once that's pushed in, as you can see now, the ship is fully assembled. So we're going to set the Infiltrator off to the side now, and we're going to take a look at this nice little cutout that has both the Bloodfin and the minifigures. You can see on the back that, as per usual, they do have a little illustration of both your characters here. I almost threw this away, but you do also get a little translucent clear flight stand for your Bloodfin speeder, and here is the Bloodfin speeder here. You'll see it's got some nice paint applications to it. It's got the coloring for the leather of the seating, and it's also got the different paint apps for the different colors, and it looks really good. All you got to do is attach it to the flight stand here, and now you have your Bloodfin speeder. I think it's great that they included this. Wasn't something I was expecting when I heard about this release coming out, but I'm happy they included it. Of course, a big inclusion for this set is the uniquely sculpted Darth Maul. This one has the cloak that goes over the top. This is actually super cool they did this, and I think it's actually removable. Yep, you just slip it right off the top of the figure, and then you have your Darth Maul fully exposed. This one's a little bit more accurate to what we saw with the Scout class one. You can even see they painted in his lightsaber hilt there so that without the cloak, you're able to seat him in the Bloodfin if that's how you want to display him. I think that's an awesome option for you, and it's cool that Jazwares went as far as to make that an option to have two different looks for Darth Maul. The plastic of the cloak is very flexible, so you should have little to no issues slipping it on and off the figure. We also have Qui-Gon Jinn here. Qui-Gon Jinn, this is his first appearance in the line as well. I'm probably going to end up putting him in my Bongo Gungan sub, and he's got some good paint applications for the hair, the beard, as again, he's got some belt paint apps, and he's also got some silver for his lightsaber, and some gray down at the boots here. All of the figures in this line have the same articulation scheme. You have a rod that runs through the shoulders, so you have a 360-degree swivel at the shoulders, and then you have a rod that runs through the hips, giving you a hinge that lets the character sit, a full 90-degree bend there. Now let's take a look at the Sith Infiltrator. This thing is chock full of features. Obviously, the first feature being you can open up these wings here, so you just pop these open. There's 4 of them, and you pop them open all individually here, and that's what it looks like in the flight mode. This is one of the coolest ships in my opinion from the prequel trilogy. So, dude, I feel like I'm gonna break these wings every time I snap them open and close, but that's just how they open and close. I guess when you're opening and closing these, don't feel like you're gonna break them. That's just how they operate. So I mean, I feel like these are going to snap off, but it's just the way that the ratchets are in there. You can see all the painted and sculpted detail in here is just insane. You know, the translucent red for the cockpit area. And again, even I say this all the time when I look at the Micro Galaxy Squadron line, but just looking at the attention to detail they put into the underbelly of these ships is just insane. And then also just painting the thrusters is always an awesome touch. Again, such an awesome ship. This was when I had a really tiny version that came with, I think it was an exclusive version of a 3 3/4 inch Darth Maul figure. And this is just, I've always wanted a bigger version of that ship, and this is my opportunity to have that. What a cool item. Continuing on with the features, this thing has all kinds of interior space. So the first thing you can do is actually lift up this panel in the middle here. So it's going to take quite a bit of effort, but this top panel actually does come off. Best way to grab it is from these little kind of tabs towards the front and just pull from the front to the back. And you'll see there's even some sculpting on the inside of that panel. But then you get a ton of the interior space of the inside of the ship. I love that Jazwares includes this on some of the bigger ship models. They give you a look at the inner workings of the ship. This is also a perfect storage space for your Bloodfin speeder. So while they don't include storage for the flight stand, which I completely understand, they do include a spot just for you to stick the Bloodfin speeder, and then you can completely encapsulate that in the interior of the ship. We're going to leave this exposed for now though, because there are other things we can do with the Bloodfin. There is even more interior space with this ship that we can check out. So what you'll do is you'll just pull from the back, and then you get some interior space here for the ship, and you'll see that that does include up to 6 seats for characters. You have, this will be where the pilot will sit, and then you have up to 5 other spots for 5 other figures. So if you have, maybe say you want to do a Council of Sith or something, or whoever you want to put in there, you do have options to seat up to 6 figures in the interior of the ship. I think that's an awesome design choice. And then in the back here, you have 2 doors that open up and a little ramp that pulls out so that you can have the Bloodfin speeder perhaps coming out of the back of the ship, just as it does in the movie. I think this is a great feature again, and it just adds to so many hidden features with this ship that I think are awesome design choices. Jazwares tends to go all out when it comes to attention to detail on these ships anyway, but I think that it's particularly well done with this release. And then of course, would it be the Micro Galaxy Squadron line if it didn't have landing gear? So it does have 3 pieces of landing gear that you pull open from the bottom here. You have 1 in the main chassis of the ship, and then you have 2 more towards the front. And once you pull all those out, they do lock into place, and then you can just land the ship just like this, and you can sit it on your shelf just like that. Usually I seat my characters in the ship, but I think I'm going to leave Darth Maul outside for this one just because I love that unique cloak so much. So I absolutely think you should get this ship. I say that with everything that Jazwares makes for this line. You should get this one, and this one is particularly cool just because of the amount of features that it has and the amount of interior space. There's so much to play around with, and especially for a $30 value, I feel like it's worth every penny. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I have awesome content coming out all the time. Make sure to check out my social media. All of my links are in the description below. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.